I am going to rant for a couple minutes straight, and if you don't want to watch this, you don't have to. And inevitably, like some of the trolls are going to say, I should just shut up and swing a sledgehammer. That's the problem, I think, with the atmosphere right now. Everyone is always poised to fight, and I thought freedom of speech applied to all Americans. The whole reason I do what I do, ever since I was a kid, I wanted to do this, was so that I could have a platform where I could truly help people. That's important to me. And I do feel like I help a lot of people. We employ hundreds of Americans. We pay millions in taxes. And all of this is so we can have a platform where we can create a conversation. And so if it offends you that I say I don't like seeing people struggle, if it offends you that I say I don't like seeing people out of work, or that I want to do something healthy for the environment and for the economy, and that I don't think government should be in a position where they're not representing the best for the whole, well, I don't know what to say. I mean, if that offends you, I think you need to stop and take a really good look inward and figure out what it is that you want. Because if you're letting outside influences warp what your beliefs actually are, then I can't help you. And, frankly, I can't think of anybody who would argue with any of those points. I feel like we all want that. When I filmed my documentary, it was a 3-year investment of my life. I traveled across the country on my own dime, on my own time, to interview hundreds of people from every walk of life. And I can tell you that people are struggling. A lot of the decisions that are being made today are making the rich richer, and they're bettering the lives of the wealthy, but they're not benefiting everybody. And I discovered the number one thing that was wrong is there's so much political corruption that it's actually disgusting. I do not think that money should win elections. Next week, the Senate is going to vote on the For the People Act, and I cannot think of a more important piece of legislation right now. And I encourage you to make sure that you're getting your information from an unbiased, honest source. If you have any questions about anything, look it up. If you don't know what gerrymandering is, it's legitimized cheating, and both sides do it. And also, why on earth would we dump billions into these elections, and a lot of that into misinformation and attack campaigns, when that money could go directly into something that would benefit communities? It's the same reason why all these public officials, the second they get into office, they're spending the majority of their time trying to raise more money so they can stay in office instead of doing their jobs or doing something that actually represents the will of the people. We have to have the courage to think for ourselves. Don't succumb to the mob mentality. Don't listen to trolls or bots who are intentionally trying to warp your opinion. By no means do I think the For the People Act is perfect, but that's the dialogue that the Senate should be having instead of just voting it down. Where can we find the middle ground and come to a true bipartisan deal that represents what the people want and protects your rights? So my hope is that every American who believes that elections should be fair and that they should not be stolen by big money, call the Capitol switchboard, ask to be transferred to your senator's office, and let them know how important the For the People Act is. And if you want to unfollow me because you'd rather I just swing a sledgehammer, that's your prerogative. I am going to keep swinging a sledgehammer, but it doesn't mean I'm going to stop giving a damn.